Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Markham's Arkham, where today I will be talking about the 1986 film Transformers the Movie, directed by Nelson Shin and starring Orson Welles, Robert Stack, and Leonard Nimoy. Transformers the movie may be remembered as a classic today. I don't know, is it? But in 1986, many kids had a very different reaction. Instead of expanding the world they loved, the film took it away from them. The 1986 movie wasn't a bad animated film. In fact, the animation was pretty outstanding. But it was a bad continuation of seasons 1 and 2 because it abandoned nearly everything kids loved about the television series. From the opening scene, the film is alien. Then there's a barrage of newly introduced bases and characters, which is more of an onslaught to the senses rather than some exciting expansion of an already beloved universe. How did kids even digest this film without running out of the theater crying after the first 10 minutes? It opens with this planet-sized robot eating another planet inhabited by non-transforming robots. Within minutes, the audience loses Ironhide, Prowl, Ratchet, Brawn, Windcharger, and Wheeljack off screen. For a child, in 1986, these weren't background characters. These were the toys they owned. This wasn't simply raising the stakes. It was removing the emotional anchor of the series altogether. Which brings me to the film Leaving Earth. The television series was about Earth, human characters, cars, jets, cities, deserts, and mountains. Then suddenly, almost the entire film becomes Cybertron, Quintessa. Wheelie comes from there, yet bears the Autobot symbol, so how did he get there? Junkion, where the Junkions inhabit, a gang of robot motorcycles, and another robot race seemingly unrelated to the Transformers. Who are they, and where did they come from? And then there's Unicron. From here on, the film is all about space travel. It barely resembles a television show at all. Whoa ho, here we go, jumping Earth on a wild escapade across the galaxy, with Optimus still dead. What's the human eating this whole time to survive, by the way, and does he have enough water? So instead of spending time with Bumblebee, Jazz, Mirage, Hound, and Cliffjumper, the audience suddenly meets Hot Rod, Cup, RC, Springer, Blur, Ultra Magnus, and Wheelie. That's a massive shift. Kids weren't asking for a brand new cast, and in an audience made up of children, how are they supposed to comprehend and come to terms with the destruction of their beloved heroes right at the start of a highly anticipated film? Immediately, audiences are submerged into being forced to try and relate to characters that were never part of the original series. There are just too many new characters and too many new species being introduced here. Instead of focusing on Autobots versus Decepticons, the film suddenly introduces Quintessons, Junkions, Sharkticons, and again, Unicron. This sudden gargantuan force in the universe, massive enough to eat planets, with technological origin like the Transformers. So who made him? Where did he come from? Did they pay licensing rights to borrow the Galactus mythos, by the way? There's no character build-up, no origin story. Same with all the new strangers they introduce in this film. No background on any of them either. In the case of any new Autobots and Decepticons, we are just to assume they came from Cybertron and have the same origin as all the other Transformers. But the mythology here explodes overnight. Instead of deepening the conflict fans already cared about, the movie broadens it dramatically. Let's also not forget this film takes place 20 years from when Season 2 ends. But the biggest and worst change of all is that they kill Optimus Prime. For children, that's destabilizing. The hero they'd followed for 2 seasons simply disappears. The anchor of the series gone. And after that, the leadership changes from Optimus to Ultra Magnus to Hot Rod to Rodimus Prime within one fucking movie. Us 80s kids suffer from PTSD because even everything we loved as children was also traumatizing in some way. No wonder Gen X doesn't give a fuck about anything. But where were the fucking Junkions when Optimus was dying? I don't know. Who knows? I mean, this thing was a fucking mess. It's not a horrible film. It's actually a well-made film. And if it was a standalone, it would probably be really cool and fucking awesome and would have amassed its own audience and legacy of its own if it was something else. But as a continuation of a beloved series by fucking millions of children around the world. I mean, I don't know. This thing was fucking huge. It just falls flat, man. It just doesn't deliver, and it kills everything about the series. And after that, season 3 returned with fewer episodes, a weaker after-school presence, and a declining interest among kids. And the post-movie era never recaptured the popularity of seasons 1 and 2. Today, many longtime fans love the 1986 film. It is beautifully animated, ambitious, and packed with memorable moments, but if you were a kid who simply wanted more of the Transformers cartoon you watched every afternoon, the movie wasn't giving you more of what you loved, it was replacing it. And that decision changed the franchise forever. So, with that said, I thank you all for being here and invite you to click that like, share, and subscribe button and tell all your friends and family about the channel. Tell Nelson, Orson, Robert, Leonard, Ironhide, Prowl, Ratchet, Brawn, Windcharger, Wheeljack, Optimus Prime, Megatron, everyone on Cybertron, Quintessa, Wheelie, Junkion, all the Junkions, Unicron, Bumblebee, Jazz, Mirage, Hound, Cliffjumper, Hot Rod, Cup, RC, Blur, Ultra Magnus. And thank you all for being here. Much love and support to you all. And I hope you are winning the fight to do everything you can to stop the real life implementation and onslaught of technological devices invading our safety, privacy, and public space every single day and second of that day, minute, and hour. And until next time, thank you all for being here. Peace.